The one eternal God has revealed himself through the things he has made, through his law written on the human heart, through the Bible, and through Christ the eternal Son, who came to provide righteousness and to bear the sin of all who would turn to him and believe. Imagine how utterly unnatural it would be if you were to abandon your Christian belief and practice to begin visiting Buddhist temples or Shinto shrines. For Japanese people, it can feel just as strange, just as unnatural to enter a place where Christians gather. Japan is a land of temples, shrines, and priests, not churches and pastors. The deceptive grip of Japanese religious culture calls Japanese people to the sameness of continuing to live their lives as they have for generations. One of the biggest barriers we encounter as we begin sharing God's truth with our Japanese friends is their apparent disinterest and even wanting to know truth. There's a pervasive mix of atheistic, agnostic, pluralistic religious thought running throughout Japan. What do you believe? The reply comes back often, I've never really thought about that. As we bring Japanese people into contact with God's Word, we begin to consider what is actually real, that the one true God really exists and has created all things for his own glory and for us. We do this mainly through bilingual Bible studies as part of our weekly English classes. We connect with children, young adults, older adults, and sometimes even entire families. Many of the Bible studies we write grow out of people's own questions, deeply encountering for the first time God's truth and the good news of forgiveness in Jesus. Our friends are often initially skeptical and personally unchanged. Sometimes we never see change. The journey can be quite long for a Japanese person who eventually comes to understand that the Christian message is not just another man-made religious idea among many, but rather God's absolute truth that applies to each person living here in God's world. It's truly a joyful time when one repents, trusts Christ, and comes into the Japanese church. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm Mariko.
And I'm Mike. Thank you for partnering with us as we continue to sow the seed of God's good news in Japan.
Thank you.